Good morning, and welcome to Mindset Monday. I'm Shelley Butler.
And I'm Red Green. And
He
you
is.
don't know who that is.
He's
I'm Yves.
red, blue,
Red, blue.
blue
I'm
today.
Canadian today.
Yeah.
Conservative and liberal at the same time.
Get your flannel on.
It's a nice shirt.
It's a beautiful shirt.
I don't know. I think
It's just no, you look great, Eve. It's just
from the head down.
Poor
Good.
from the head down.
then-
From the neck down. So
neck-
funny. Eve walked in today and everybody that was in the office went,
What's that?
so when he took off his coat, that this is something we don't usually see you in. So plaid is not I wouldn't say, like, if somebody said, what would you expect Eve to walk into today? Well, like, walk in with it. I would never say plaid. The last thing actually I would say is plaid. So interesting, right? Not really sure, but it wasn't just me that had the
No. I weigh in, and like all the viewers, they'd like me know is this me or not? Do I look like a?
You look like my husband. Like Leonard wears plaid.
Does he?
Like Leonard wears.
Does he wear? Would he wear this?
Oh yeah, definitely he would wear that. Yeah, if he's watching, Leonard's definitely gonna wear it.
You can just like.
Yeah. I like that part. I do like that.
A little too much this morning. Sorry about that. Okay. So I guess I gotta watch what I wear, but I have a hat that goes with this.
Oh wait, I remember the hat. You were
it's a brand. It's a brand new hat. Oh yeah, but you haven't seen me.
Yeah, I haven't seen the hat. Is the hat here?
No, it's at home. I'll go get it though.
Oh, you forgot the hat.
Well,
yes.
I
stay tuned for next Monday. We'll maybe get the full disclosure. So are we changing it up a little bit? Are we going from Lululemon to maybe like Wrangler?
Well, this is Lululemon.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Looks like
It's
a
a
Lulu. Yeah,
it
it
is
looks
a
like
Lulu.
a Lulu.
Yeah. Am I changing what? The way I look?
Are you thinking about that, or did you get this for Christmas?
Well, I have different personalities.
No, you don't.
Yeah, so this is my work personality. So my cutting the wood, chopping the wood, and putting tiles up. It's like my Leonard look. So like in my Leonard, so I was laying tiles this weekend. So that's this is my Leonard look. So and then I have my Dovico look, right? I have my Jim look, my Baron Baptiste look. I have that. I have different looks. I have my Richard Gere look.
No, you always look like you're ready to teach yoga, right?
Well, not anymore. I've changed that. Look, I wear jeans. Yeah. So I've changed that.
Yeah.
It's a different look.
It's good.
It mixes people up. They do a double take.
Double take.
Yeah.
Notice me.
Well, they have less concerns about whether or not I'm gaining weight or not now. They just talk about my clothes.
I have less concerns whether we have to do a whole bunch of chair poses right after this.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So cute. Okay, what were we talking about? What were we talking about before we came on? I wanted to talk about that.
Well,
my brain. Sorry, my brain.
Well, I have a couple of things, but
okay.
Before we came on, we were talking about how great a job Marc-André is doing.
That's what we were talking about, and that's what I want to talk about.
I should say Marc-André. I should say the marketing team because he's
unbelievable. No, well, he is actually a solo show for social.
Okay.
And I'm sure he shares with the full marketing team, of course, but Marc-André is on fire. He has built awareness for Dovico like I've never seen.
Yeah.
The last ad was beautiful. So yeah, super, super happy. But I'm super happy with every Doviconian right now. Yeah. Every Doviconian has taken on a new way of discovering timesheet.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Right?
Yeah.
So timesheet, and you sent a TikTok to me the other day, and a few of us here at the office, you sent a TikTok to us the other day.
I send you like 20 memes a day.
It talked about how timesheet is a chore.
All I do. It's my work, my job.
Yeah. Look at this TikTok. Look at this ad.
And I leave.
What these
and
people are doing.
Then
I go do Pilates.
Job.
That's good. It's good. What was that? Hi, Cheryl.
Cheryl, Diane,
That's my
Trent,
sister,
Pedro.
Pedro, Diane,
Mm,
Trent. Good
it was Pedro's
morning.
birthday the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, so a more important topic. Like what?
Well, uh, timesheet.
Okay. Yeah.
Time, you sent that and it talked about how timesheet was a chore. It talked about how it's not feeding um the people who have to put in their time,
It doesn't.
right? It's asking the people to give more,
Yeah. It's like
right?
another job to do.
It's just exactly, it's just another job to
And
do.
then you get um very little
Back from it.
back from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the issue. So it's mostly it's the management who gets something. They'll get measurement of whether or not
Well, it's
you're
all the
on time.
management.
Yeah, it's all about management. It's not
It's
about
all about, and for us it's not on time. It's well, it is if you're on time and on budget. So for us it's costing and billing. We are probably the number one timesheet tool in the world that does costing and billing. We are absolutely been doing this for 32 years. So we've got that down. But now we want to deliver more to the end user, the people who are doing the chore.
it's because it's more than that. We want to deliver more to the managers too. Because after 30 some years, we've realized that time is not the only like it's a measurement of whether or not you're going to be on time, but it's not the reason. It doesn't attack the reason why you're late, the reason why you're not creative, the reason, like you're talking about like innovation. What is innovation? Well, you can't whip innovation out of people,
You
right? You
absolutely, you
can't,
can't.
right? So if you want to have an innovative team, a team that's actually self-confident and can actually make decisions on their own, or if you want a team that's like basically treat you as God, there's two different paths there, right?
Mhm.
So, and you can argue on both sides, like I'm the boss, you do as I tell you, or you can say I want to be in a team that makes decisions consciously, that knows the difference between right and wrong. And there's lots of science that'll tell you that if you allow people to make mistakes, they'll make less mistakes. Now, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with measuring time. Because
No.
you can measure time, but you're not measuring how many mistakes they've made, right? But if you're measuring how many mistakes they're made, you're putting the emphasis
On
on
the
make the
mistake.
mistake,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So the job of a leader, right, in because we're in project tracking, that's what we do, is to deliver a team that can make mistakes but learn from the mistakes so they can actually get better at doing a task on time, right?
Yes.
So time is the result of good leadership. Time is the result of having a team that respects each other, that can talk to each other, that has the freedom and like they can actually come to work, wear a plaid shirt, and not be judged.
Mhm.
Still feel part of the team, right?
Absolutely.
What if I wore a cowboy hat? Would that change who I am? Would that change? You see what I mean? Like we
I
judge
do,
people,
as
right?
long as we can have a conversation about it, right?
Yeah.
So as long as it can be a discussion and not in judgment, right? So what we have discovered is wellness. A few years ago, when the pandemic hit, we knew that wellness was going to be a huge part of
It is.
us coming up and out of this. Did we know that it would morph uh, into our MO, into our modus operandi? Like our sign out front says people helping people
Mhm.
grow. We're a timesheet company. But what we discovered is that if we are taking care of ourselves, we are more innovative. We don't care if people actually make fun of our plaid shirt or a cowboy hat. It doesn't make any difference, right? We know who we are. We have an awareness. So we actually
Just a
track.
shirt.
It's just a shirt. We actually track wellness.
Get over it. Wait till I wear the hat.
Mhm.
Anyway, yeah, right. So
So
you're right. It's like, but we make like you make assumptions. You were used to seeing me in a certain way. My yoga pants, dressed as Baron Baptiste, that kind of thing, right? Ready to teach yoga,
yeah,
and I'm coming differently. So
yoga
that's
ready.
different. But is that changing anything about me? No.
No,
right?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And it's like I say, we discuss it open and honestly, and
Yeah.
you know, it's not about us, you know, going behind the water cooler and going, Eve? What's Eve trying to be?
It's interesting when
Lumberjack.
I wore this, I chose this shirt this morning. I thought, geez, should I wear this for Monday Mindset? I didn't think of what you would say. I thought of what the audience said. I said, well, why am I worrying about that? I want to wear it. It's a cold day, so I'm going to wear this flannel shirt. Flannel shirt. It's warm.
It's
It's warm.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
It's gorgeous.
yeah.
Love the
So
flannels.
so
So
wellness.
wellness, yeah. So wellness is a huge part of what we do. So if you ever come on to my feed, you'll notice that my feed is just full of wellness and goodness and working out and making sure that I have a positive mindset. That is my job. That
Yeah.
is my job.
Hmm.
It is not our job to take every Dovaconian and make sure
They wear a
that
plaid
they
shirt.
wear the plaid
Imagine,
shirt that they
imagine. Okay, from now on, all your Dovaconians, Dion and Trent and Pedro, Shelley, everybody
every
has to
Monday.
wear red plaid shirts. Imagine how boring life would be.
Imagine how boring life would
It'd
be.
be funny as shit. But this is what we try to do. We try to have everybody's opinion, everybody's belief, everybody's way of dressing, everybody of the way that we behave the same way, and we think that's innovation. We think that's creativity. We think that's being unique. We're beating the life out of people, right? So time is important, but only as a measurement of whether or not you're leading a good team. So to me, whether a team is on time or not is less about the skill and more about the leadership,
Hmm.
right? Because if you're having a team that's always late, it's lack of leadership. You're not allowing these people to like be in the right spot. You're not allowing these people to express themselves to actually discover where they're good at.
Yep.
That's a leadership issue,
Yep. Yep.
right? It's a leadership issue. It's not a skill set issue. It's a leadership issue.
I like look, I couldn't agree more. If anybody has written the book or read the book, Make It Right. Kevin Snook wrote a book called Make It Right. So he ran P&G for years and years, moved to Asia and ran it there, like on a huge scale. And you know, the one big thing was everybody, all the leaders were up in, you know, in the boardroom looking down over, you know, the bottles being filled, you know, the assembly line, if you will, wondering why they weren't meeting quota.
Yeah.
Wondering why they weren't meeting quota.
Hmm.
Nobody ever talked to the people down on the floor.
No.
It's bad.
Is it my flannel shirt?
It's bad. It's bad. Just looking at you in flannel is just killing me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. This is
Oh my God,
58.
I can
This is
see it. Look at the
menopause.
red.
Can you see it?
Look at your cheeks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's wait till my glasses start to steam up. This life has just been
Guys,
this
get yourself a plaid shirt. I'm
makes all the women hot. Yeah, no, don't do
just
that.
joking. Okay. Back.
So yeah, so Kevin Snook wrote this book
Mhm.
and you know, he got me I pick the book up every now and again when I need to talk to the team and talk to the team about their accountability about making it right. And in actuality, that's exactly what happened is nobody talked to the team. So when Kevin finally went down to the floor and said, "Hey, you know, why aren't we meeting quota?" It was work that was done on the machines,
Right.
right? So this work was done on the machines. They've decided to put stoppers in it. It would be absolutely impossible for that equipment to fill up that many bottles in that little of time because they had a crew come in, work
Right.
on the equipment. So as soon as Kevin found out, oh, we just have to remove the pins so the it can flow faster. Can you guys handle the faster flow? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely, we can do that. And that one conversation got them right back on track.
Wow.
But prior to him actually talking to people on the ground, never did. So a lot of times what happens is you and I can sit on our laurels, if you will, and we decide that, oh, it's going to take this long to program, it's going to be this long to, so we give them a deadline and they'll never hit that deadline. because you and I don't know how to program.
No.
If we don't actually talk to the people on the ground that are doing the work, like if we don't have that enough awareness that we don't know how to do it, we're not filling the bottles. We have to talk to the right people and find out exactly how they need to work to be the most productive that they can be.
Yeah, so typically what we do as leaders is we say, well, let's put more management. If it's not working, let's put more management in there, right? We put more guidelines, we put more rules. And how many rules do we have at Dovico?
Well, we don't have any. Yeah, we don't have any rules at Dovico. As a matter of fact, it took a long while for people to realize that they weren't late. They'd be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm late." Late for what? What are you late for? If you don't start work at 9 o'clock because your best time isn't not at 9, then you work 10 to 6. Like we do expect 7.5 hours a day. But we also understand that you're not going to be innovative 7.5 hours a day. Like if you're sitting in front of the computer and your hands are on that keyboard and you're just looking at the same sentence over and over, it's time to get up.
Like, okay, so let me ask you a question, right?
Yes.
So in your experience, you've
Yep.
been doing this job for a while, and in your experience, uh, if a person's not delivering,
Mm-hmm.
is it because and they've given you an estimate
Mm-hmm.
and they don't do that estimate,
Mm-hmm.
what's in the way?
It's usually an understanding.
Okay.
Yeah, it's usually an understanding. When it comes right down to it, they're unclear of what needs to be done.
Okay.
They're usually, when I find they don't meet the deadline, I also find they're unclear of their deadline, even if they set the deadline. So I'm going to tell you what happened to me recently.
Hmm.
So one of the guys who writes the blog, our software blog that discusses features, and it's not only an internal blog, but it's also for customers as well. Said, geez, like I'm working on infrastructure, guys, and I don't know when I'm going to get to this. I raised my hand immediately and went, "Oh, I can help you with that."
Hmm. Yeah.
I got the documentation.
Okay.
It was all there. I had no idea what I was doing. Like none. No idea what I was doing. I panicked all day. We happened to have an admin day that next day.
What
So
is
I
that?
admin day is when we come in, you know how we put things off? So we put things off at work and oh, I'm gonna fix my
Okay.
password someday.
Yes.
Oh, I got
Yes.
that stupid documentation that I'm supposed to do, and I just haven't got to it. So what we find is there is some science out there that if you get together and you're all in the same office and you're just doing your work, you all kind of discuss, oh, this is what I'm putting off. And then we're all there. We were just kind of sitting on the couch,
Yes.
computers on our lap, right? And laughing with each other and talking, but we were actually doing the thing. So it wasn't like a whole lot of mind work, right, to get your passwords up to play. So I was able to, because I was with people that I trust and love, and I was able to say, oh my God, you guys, I was on that dev meeting the other day and I took on something I have no idea how to do. I've taken it on. And they all said, well, what's the problem? And I said, well, I don't know whether it's for our internal or external. I don't know when the due date is. I'm not really sure really what I'm supposed to do. And they all kind of looked at me like and go, well, ask, ask. And Shelley, you got this. You got this. You can actually do this, right? Mike says to me, well, just throw it in ChatGPT. It'll do it for you. But when I was in my head, right, that the person that does this is way smarter than me,
Mm.
can I actually ask him questions, right, without being
So,
judged?
so what got in you, like, back to my question, in your experience, what got in the way of you
My
not delivering?
my mind.
Your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
And
thoughts.
who got you out of it?
My team.
Right. Got it? So that's leadership right there. So if
Yeah.
you can get, and so what stops people? So we're in the timesheet business,
Yeah.
but we're more importantly in the wellness business. And the reason for that is wellness occurs when you can actually ask your team with trust and say, does this look good on me? Or what should I do? And
Oh,
right. So this
absolutely.
is what you've built. This is what happens at Dovico. Your team was saying to just ask. Right. Even you, like a seasoned, like great,
Well-oiled
right?
machine.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
You forgot to say, oh, it's as simple as asking.
I was in
That's
my
what
thoughts.
that's what got in the way.
I am not going to
Got
be
it?
smart enough. I am going to be judged. I put a whole bunch of stuff in my head until I was sitting there. Thank God for that admin day, because I was sitting there and
So let
my
me,
fingers were on the keyboard.
yep.
I was about to do the work and
So
I had to let it out.
let me, okay.
This team rallied around me.
So what would stop you? Let's go a little deeper.
Okay.
Why would anything, what stopped you from asking?
Me.
Yeah,
It was
your
just, it was,
fear, right?
oh, it was just,
Fear of not knowing, fear of you said it. I didn't know what I was doing.
I had no
Am
idea.
I too
Is it a due
smart?
date? Is
Like I'm
this
too stupid. You like,
way
right?
too stupid to
So,
be doing this? Like,
right.
are
So
you absolutely,
imagine
yeah.
a team that can't ask.
I get it.
Get it?
I get it.
Right.
And the thing is it has to be mirrored from the top down. They can't think that you're a superpower. If you go on and you believe that you know everything and you go to your team and you tell them that you know everything, you give out that insinuation that you are totally in the know of all that's going on. You are no wonder leaders are lonely.
Yeah.
No wonder leaders are lonely
And the team.
because how difficult is it to sit in a room of people that you're leading to say, I don't know.
Well, it's not only leaders, Shelley. It's everyone. We have a loneliness epidemic. People don't feel they belong anymore
I
because they can't ask.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. It has to
You
be mirrored
take it
from yeah,
all on, right?
yep.
From a relationship point of view, we do that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't ask.
Mm-hmm.
Right? From a man and woman point of view, do you ask? Like, do we actually ask for help?
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
yeah. Just looking at what Deanne wrote, we are tracking wellness in timesheet. And this is part of it. This is part of building the awareness, right? So we're really talking about awareness here at Dovico in 2026. Our pillars and practices are all about awareness. We
Awareness. Yeah.
yeah, we
What does that
want
mean?
people to be like me, like me, when I'm deep in my thoughts,
Yeah.
when I'm deep in my uncertainty, when I'm deep in my unknown, when I have a delivery to do, is it still okay to say, I don't know what I'm doing?
Right.
Is it okay to say, I don't know what I'm doing? I can remember a Dovaconian. We were going to build a stuck button. We were going to build a, ooh, I'm not sure what to do, like a, a button in the office and in our software, actually. And one Dovaconian chimed up and said, Shelley, how many times can I say I'm stuck before you'll fire me?
Oh, that's a good question.
One Dovaconian.
And what's the answer? Is it two?
Well, there is no answer. I'm not going to fire you because you're stuck.
Well, there's an answer.
As a matter,
That's the answer.
well, that was exactly what I said.
But that's not true
But that's not
that's not true everywhere.
no, and it's not even true here, to tell you the honest truth, because I'm going to tell you, if you're not going to learn from your mistakes, if every time you come up for a deadline and you can't make the deadline because of the exact same
Hmm.
path, you're walking the exact same path, I'll wait for a few years, to tell you the honest truth. I'll wait a long while,
But hold on. What's wrong with saying I'm stuck? That's different than a mistake.
I have no idea what's wrong.
So
But interesting enough that one Dovaconian, right? And not only did this Dovaconian say,
okay.
how many times can I hit the button before you're going to fire me?
Let me
Everybody else agreed.
let me just give you an example that reflects on you. So you took a task that you didn't know you could do to help a teammate, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And then you were stuck. It's not that you didn't want to do the job. It's that you took on a job that was way above your pay grade, if you want.
yeah.
Something
I
you've never
won.
done, right?
Yeah,
And you were stuck. Can you imagine that takes a bit of courage to take something on that you've never done and that you're stuck?
yeah,
That's different than saying, "Oh, I'm always making this pen and I haven't learned how to make this pen." Right?
yeah.
That is different,
That is different.
right? If
Yes.
you're always saying, "Oh, you're screwing on this tip the wrong way 1,500 times," well, that's the mistake you keep repeating. That's different. That's not being stuck.
But Eve, how many leaders are out there in this world today,
Hmm.
right? That they would have their team lead go up to you and say, Eve, like, Audrey keeps she's stuck every time. Like, I don't know, she's hit this button 25 times. Like, I can't have her on my team anymore. You know, like there's a lot
Yeah.
of
So then that's
leaders out there that are still very much influenced
if you're stuck, it's so
by
yeah,
others.
I
It's
agree.
not,
Now,
are they going to go to Audrey and
and
talk to Audrey why she's stuck?
and this is what I'm saying when you're not delivering on time because you're either afraid to say you're stuck
Yeah.
or you don't recognize that your thinking is the reason you're stuck.
Yeah.
Your fear is the reason you're stuck, right?
Yeah.
Right? Now, you were able to say, I'm going to ask ChatGPT and I'm going to do this, I'm going to deliver it to it because at the end of the day, you report to yourself. And
Yeah.
most
I
Doverconians
actually called a meeting the next day with the people that I needed to talk to
perfect.
to actually do this documentation, right? But you know, we have we've we've had a lot of practice. We've had a
Yeah.
lot of practice. We've had a lot of work on accountability and
Yes.
bringing value and now creating that awareness, making sure that we get out of our head. If I am so stuck in my thoughts that I can't even see that there's tools out there to help me with this, right? I can't see whether I need to go right or left because I'm so concerned, right? We can't make a decision when we're in reaction.
No, we
We
can't.
can't make a decision when we are so caught up
But
in
you don't
the
this
I
is
don't knows.
this is the thing about reaction and attachment and self
Hmm.
is you don't see it unless you start
Un-
practicing.
unless you start
And
practicing.
unless you are surrounded with a team that is willing to accept that you will see it over time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
leaders out there,
Yeah.
if you are asking your people to track time
It's
to
just
make sure that they can get their work done, I would suggest that you should be tracking their wellness as well.
yes.
See, the thing
It's an
is,
opportunity when you see people that are stuck, that are not delivering. It's an opportunity to lead,
oh my gosh,
right? It's an
never,
opportunity
what do you always say? Never,
waste a crisis.
never waste a crisis. If
No,
somebody is in crisis,
never
or
waste it.
never waste it, allow them to be able to see themselves in that moment that there still is a decision to be made. There's so many dimensions to awareness. And it is, well, they say there's 5 dimensions to awareness. That's what we're going to work with. And it's so important. It's so important that we see ourselves in one of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which we're almost done on time, but so I want to bring up a little event that I have. It's now it's was slated for. It's called Beyond the Thinking, which is very appropriate in this context because beyond the thinking is becoming aware that you're more than your thoughts.
Yeah.
Like we are limited by our thoughts, but you're so much more than your thoughts,
And when I was in my
right?
thinking, I was so small.
Right? You become
I
small
was so small, Eve.
because you're thinking. So beyond the thinking will allow you to start practicing observing your thoughts
Thank you.
and then letting them go.
Thank you.
And it was scheduled for January 31st, and I've rescheduled it for February 21st. Right, so it's going to be
Thank you.
February 21st, and it's a practice of for leaders and for practitioners, anyone that wants to get beyond their limited thoughts that they have today. And if you look at the reason that we're in such suffering today, and that we are such in angst today, we are such depressed today, and I would say a lot of these chronic diseases that we have today, we're talking about wellness, why we're not delivering is because we're stuck in our thoughts. Right?
Yeah, we can
And
be.
and the thoughts keep repeating differently.
Yeah.
And so, the reason we keep thinking of the relationship or something that happened to us 2, 3, 5 years ago, and that this happens to me all the time. You remember when you said this 10 years ago? And I said, no,
No.
but that really hurt my feeling. Okay. but why are you still thinking about it?
That person's
Right.
still living with
And
those thoughts.
right, and
Yeah.
we still do that. This is
Yeah.
living in the past, and so going beyond the thinking, beyond the hurt, beyond the suffering that you've created for the last years, rethinking over and over again about relationships or what happened. And I've been through them, right? Got fired, went to court, lost everything, all that stuff. I was stuck in my thinking, and I had to get a practice in order for me to become more productive. I had to get a practice in order for me to live and live a different day every single day. So this is what this is about, beyond the thinking. It's beyond your emotional awareness, because an emotion comes from a thought. And if you're only like curtailing or trying to become emotionally intelligent, it's only half the battle. You're still stuck in your thoughts,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And you don't see that you can go beyond your thoughts. Right? You can go and rise up and have other thoughts. Um, and this is what this event's about beyond the thinking. It's a practice that we're going to go through, and it's for everyone that actually is willing or wants to live a different life, that wants to be get out of their trap, their Pavlov dog's point of view. Like
Yeah.
you've heard that
Yeah. Oh,
Pavlov dog,
yes.
yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So
The
getting out of
ringing
the
of the
cage,
bell.
yeah, getting out of your cage, like that.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's on February 21st. It's in on Eventbrite, Beyond the Thinking.
Beyond the thinking, I am so grateful for that change of date because I am headed to St. Andrews January
Oh, is
31st.
that for the cooking thing?
It is not.
Oh,
It is
it's
not.
a little
I
different.
am heading,
Oh.
I'm actually heading to go see the Wharf Rats.
What?
And they are a Grateful Dead
Oh,
band. Yeah, yeah, they
not
play a
real
lot of Grateful
rats.
Dead.
Okay,
And I just want to give a
cool.
little shout out and a rest in peace to Bobby Weir,
Mm.
passed away,
Mm.
one of the founders of the Grateful Dead. So we are losing them. And so we are going to pay homage
This will be fun.
to Bobby Weir.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And there's quite a few of us that are heading to St. Andrews to enjoy their ballroom and the Wharf Rats. Yeah.
Do you know that Yusfa has opened up a new with St. Andrew's Hotel? They've opened up a new facilities there.
They
So you should
have.
go see it.
Oh,
Genevieve
I
just opened that up.
definitely.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
definitely should. Yeah, maybe I'll take some of that in
There you
when
go.
I'm there as well. My husband hasn't been yet, so I'd
Oh,
love to
okay.
have him go to that.
Oh.
All right. So
So
thank
how should I dress if I was a Grateful Dead? Or I just want to dress for next week. So I want you guys to tune in to see how I'm going to dress next
Just
week.
look at Miranda, dressed like Miranda.
Really? She's
Yeah.
a Grateful Dead?
She is a
Really?
massive Grateful
Oh,
Dead
yeah, yeah,
fan.
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
Cover the
I
t-shirt.
gave her,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm doing some sorting out of all my stuff, and so I had a skirt and a number of shirts, and of course they're from the 1990s. So gave her all my shirts and yeah, some paraphernalia. So she was pretty happy about that. She was wearing one of them in here the other day. 1990s from the 1900s. Yes.
Can I put a little plug into for what we do? So Dovico, we do timesheet
Yep.
software,
Yep.
measures time for your team. We do ShowUp that helps you create a team that can talk to each other and become aware. That's what we're doing with ShowUp.
Yep.
I offer coaching for teams, and I've done
Yep.
that for C-suites. So I mean, take your management team, making sure there is respect and conversations there. I've done that several times. I coach executives as well
You
to
do.
help them get into this leadership role of being aware of their thoughts, right? And being aware that, a crisis is a great way for you to lean in to become the best leader you can. That's what I do.
Absolutely.
I have a couple
Absolutely.
of spots left actually for coaching.
Yes, they are
Um,
very
so
minimal though. So get him in your 2026. Do not let another year go by and you not working and practicing at your highest level. It's so important. And I know that at Dovico, just from your guidance, we have certainly changed here. So we have a quantitative tool, we have qualitative tool.
yeah,
Yeah. So, emotional intelligence is huge.
yeah,
And if we can figure out a way to get your team inspired and not stuck in their head, you are going to have a much different year. I can guarantee you.
Yeah, a little easier, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a little easier to run a business.
Well, it's way easier
What?
when you're not dealing with HR issues because the people know what to do, right?
Yes.
You talked about it most. I had people at my door consistently. I didn't work.
I
I
remember that.
fixed
Okay.
crises.
Every
That's
day
what we did.
I would go to work and I'd have lineups of people with
You
crisis.
talk to me about that all the time.
I feel
Like it's
so important.
and that's what ends up happening. You feel so important, as you're picking off these people. Oh, I've dealt with all these people. You're dealing with all these people. You're just not leading right.
Yes.
Right? So
Yeah.
get your emotional intelligence right. Your EI is going to be just as important or even more important than your AI. So
Yeah, the time
get it
for
done
being a leader that you are the only one that makes all the decisions, that you are so important that you have to be at the top of the food chain.
yeah,
That era is done.
is done.
That is done.
It
Like and there's big fights going on
Oh, Gen Z
today,
doesn't dig it.
right? Right. You can pick a big fight right now and try to be that person that makes all the
Yep.
decision, that makes all the money. That is done.
That is done.
Yeah.
That is done. Listen, you'll get a lot more respect when you actually admit that you don't know.
Oh yeah.
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 All right. I'm Shelley Butler.
I'm Red Green. No, Yves Doucet.
Mwah. Love you. This has been Mindset Monday, and I want to know how you're showing up. Rest in peace, Bobby.